Hello everyone, this is Ritesh from Dancing with Data. Now today we are going to talk about 3.1 Domain 3 Format View for Presentation. So let us do it one by one. Use color from the marks card. How you can make use of this color from the marks card, right? So for example, we can do it from the scratch by taking state with us, and I double click on that. I turn this to a field map, and I want to determine or I want to analyze profit ratio, which is nothing but sum of profit divided by sum of sales over there. So that gives me an idea whether my state is doing well or not. Here you go. So I made use of color marks over there, and after that you have different options. I can change that to a striped color. This becomes very handy when you want to uh, turn your visualization into like Boolean output, profitable or unprofitable. Right? Sorry, I think I have not made that step two. So if I made it step two, it's just profitable and unprofitable, and it's very useful when you create the heat. You know, when you create the table, this heat map is there, but I'm talking about highlight tables. In that case also it is very handy to turn that to two step, right? It's like profitable and non-profitable right now in front of you. So I can give it a name as color. You can edit your colors from the marks card as well, and I can edit color. This is the same thing as you have seen already. You can reverse if you want to reverse. There's a reverse option as well. You can go for the full color range uh, if needed. There are some advanced option as well over there where you can set the start and the center, right? Okay. For now, I'll just reset it, apply. So that is the reset button for you. You can also see one other option where you can give some effect. For example, if you want to give some border color over there, for example, black, you can do that as well. Now I will let you to play around with the other formatting features with respect to color. Okay. Now that's an example where we are making use of the color mark. Coming to the configure font, so let us first put the label on for this one. So if I want to make my label on, then I can make use of this from the toolbar. Okay, and after that, you have different options over there. Like I just want to show min max. This I like this one because you will just have minimum and maximum so that you can focus on those areas, right? It's all depend upon your requirement, but that option is there. Here we can set the scope whether it is table level, pane level, or cell level. And if I want to allow labels to overlap, okay. Sometimes you have more labels within the crunch space. So uh, I won't recommend to do that. Allow labels to overlap the other marks. Here, if you want to just label minimum value or the maximum value there. So that's why if I uncheck it, you don't see the minimum value, label maximum value. So you can further filter that out. But what about the font? Like you can just go and you can just set, you can change the size or you can change the font as well to Tableau Book, right? So everything has changed over there. You can change the color if you really want. I don't want to change the color, or maybe I can have white color that can be more visible for this very particular scenario. You can have more color, right, and you can pick the color from there. If you have the hexadecimal number with you, you can just put it over there and get your own color. Sometimes the different companies will have particular color, right? Most of the companies they do make use of standard color over there. Okay, I just turn that to white again and come out of this. So this is your labeling part, and with the help of these font options, you can do wonder with your visualization. Now coming to the third point, format marks as shapes. I can just directly show you one of my dashboard over there. How can we get these symbols over there or say shapes over there so that if you are at profitable, you should see this green up arrow. Otherwise, you can see the down arrow red arrow over there, right? We can just come back to our original dashboard and duplicate it so that we can concentrate on that part itself. I can just move out of this label and turn this to shape. Before that, I need to give some condition over there. Right now, this is the condition, and I'm not interested in that. Or maybe I can make use of profit ratio only, but with a condition over there. That means I can create a calculation over there and say whether this is greater than 0 or not. That means it will turn to a Boolean function now, and that will help me to create that color effect, a dual color effect. So first of all, let me get that Boolean, or maybe I would have said that PR Boolean. Otherwise, how will you remember? Okay, I say PR Boolean and profit ratio Boolean, and I just put it over there. Now that means if it is true, means you are profitable, false, you are not profitable. But I want to give that sort of effect over there, which you don't see for now. So let us give some background image and make it dark over there. And after that, I go to my shape and I say more shape. But then I need to give my condition over there to that shape, first of all. So I'll just go and put it over there. Now it says that for true, you have this shape, for false. So you go and double click over there now. And now I'll go to different palette over there. So you have some default and you can also have your own customized by placing it at a particular location that is under my Tableau repository, and I'll show you later. But then for now we can have this true. True means you will go up in the up direction. False means you are unprofitable. And again, you can make use of size to make these arrows visible, right? So this is going up and this is going down. Perhaps I can go back and okay, I think we are good. Remember that these colors are according to this. So if I want to change my color, I can just go and turn my true to green and false to red. So as simple as that. I think now we are good. So here you can see we have made use of shapes and size as well. You can also have a viz effect in your visualization, and how? Let us see. Now, configuring with animation can be fun, especially if you want to compare categories and how it is faring. For example, comparing SSC ranking of all the batsmen or of all the bowlers, right, across years. So let us try to replicate something like that. I come to this, so here maybe I can make use of order date, and maybe I'll uh, I'll turn that to automatic. I don't want shape for now. So this is the year, and I'll turn my date to say month. It's a continuous month. Okay, there is no blockage in between, continuous month, and we are talking about sales. So let us try to compare the different categories over there. But how can we compare? Like, this is a one-time comparison, but we want to get that effect of animation so that it'll start from there again and it'll go. It will move to the forward direction. So that effect is not there for now. In order to get that effect, we'll have to make use of this pages option over there, and let us try to get our order date over there. Okay, so let us make this parallel to this month, and I say pages in the form of month. So one page shows me 1 month. Still I don't have that animation. Also I would like to now switch over to shapes and say okay, I'm good with this shape. So it will be good if it goes forward in the form of an animation, right? So what we can do is we can start from Jan 2018, and you'll get this automatically. The only thing that you need to take care of is if you want to have those trails, it should be enabled, right? And I want to show marks, all the marks over there, and length all. I'm showing both trails for sure, and format. It's okay. Maybe I'll go with the dotted line. Now you see the show over there, and you will like it. You can see how this technology has gone up and all of a sudden it has gone down. Now there is a great way to compare the categories with respect to a measure, as I said earlier as well. So this is an example of your Viz animation. We have already seen that how we have changed the size of marks. Uh, so if you remember, these arrows were not visible, so we went over there and we just changed the size, right? That's simple. Last but not the least, we'll talk about the show and hide legends, how you can show and hide legends. You can always make use of this reset card like this one. So with the help of this option like show and hide card, you can reset your card or you can make any changes. For example, if I don't want to show legend over there, color legend, I can just make it vanish over there. Like if you want to get it back, you can do it like this. Now suppose if you are in a, for example, I say this as this animation. Suppose you are at dashboard, so there will be a different option over there as well. One is this one only, right? And there is another option as well, right? That is you can go over there and from there you can disable from there as well, right? It will just go off, as simple as that. So we have finished this 3.1 and I hope you had a good revision. This is Ritesh signing off from Dancing with Data.